Hi everyone, welcome to the School Improvement Institute training for annual update steering teams. This video will focus on helping steering teams prepare for Council Discussion 4, which is on the root cause update. So let's begin with some odds and ends. First of all, for our Indiana SI2 schools, we want to make sure that you are aware that your school improvement plan for the 2015-16 school year is due to the Department of Education on March 1st. You'll need to download a PDF version of your school improvement plan. If you go to your steering team homepage and look for the very last button on the left navigation bar that's pink that says Past SIP Plans, you'll be able to go to a page that will allow you to download the PDF version of your school improvement plan. Just a reminder, you have already written this plan. It was the plan that you finished writing last June and that you've been busy implementing all year. So we just need to make sure that you get a copy of it to DOE, and that needs to happen before March 1st. So just a little reminder. Also, don't forget to sign up for the live briefing on February 4th. We will be talking with steering team members, just giving you some updates and pointers and answering any questions that you might have. Okay, also wanted to give you a heads up that we are about to send out an announcement about the availability of applications for the 2016 SI2 cohort. So we're taking a new cohort. This cohort of schools will be creating their 2016-17 school improvement plan, so the one that they will implement next year, same one that you are developing, the 16-17 plan. This group of schools will begin working in March, so you can see that they're going to have a much shorter time period to get their plan written. You guys started doing that early last fall, and they will start doing it in March. So they will complete their plan in June. So because of the short time period with this cohort only, we're going to be doing some abbreviated discussions. We know that that kind of weakens the integrity of the school improvement planning process, but given the timeline that's available, we think this would make it doable for the schools. And then when they write the next plan, their 17-18 plan, they'll be on the same time frame that you guys are on, where we really take the time to have some good discussions. So all Indiana principals will be getting a mailing about this in late February. So if you have any other schools in your district or friends that are at schools, other schools, please share with them that this is coming out and what a great process SI2 is, and we'll go from there. Okay, so in terms of facilitating this month's discussion about the root causes update, if you haven't yet watched the discussion prompt for your council members, please do that before continuing with this video. This video is assuming that you've already watched that council video. So hit the pause button if you haven't done that and go watch the council video and then come back and finish up this one. Okay, so here are some tips about facilitating that council discussion. And also for the student body discussion. So one thing is that your student body prompt this month is what is getting in the way of learning at our school? You can see it's a very open-ended question, and we're just wondering, we're just seeking the kids' input in just a very general sense, what's getting in the way of learning? You know, what could we do that would make learning easier for you? What are we doing that makes it difficult for you? So we're just asking the kids to respond to that very open-ended question. Okay, before you open up the discussion with your council, there's a couple things that we need to make sure that you've done. One is we need to make sure that your primary priority areas of concern, or your PAIs, are entered accurately into the online system exactly the way you want them to read. And then we also want to make sure that each SMART goal that you entered last month is entered exactly like you want it to be. As you saw in the council video, there's a point where we're going to drop those SMART goals into the root cause help sheet, and so we want to make sure that they're worded just right so that when they drop into that help sheet, they're worded exactly the way you want them to be. So before you open up the discussion, please check those two things and make sure that everything's in there the way you want it to be. Okay, now after the discussion, there's several things that we'd like you to consider before you finalize your list of root causes. The first one, of course, is input from your council. The council members spent a lot of time poring through the SI2 root cause reports. They looked at a lot of data, and I think that the input that they're providing you about what they feel is interfering with learning at your school is going to be very thoughtful and data-based. So we really want the steering team to pay attention to that, of course. Also, input from your student council. In my school, when I was in the schools, we actually did an activity where we asked the kids to tell us what they thought was interfering with learning, and it was very interesting, the quality of responses that we got from the kids. It really helped us to think about the things that we do that either promote or get in the way of a learning at the school. So I think you'll find that interesting. Now, once you've considered those two things, you'll identify kind of your preliminary list of root causes. Then what we want you to do is for each of your root causes to go to the drill down reports and to ask yourself, does this root cause impact all students across the board, or does this root cause impact some students more than others? You might find that the root cause impacts your free and reduced lunch kids more than your paid lunch kids, or it might impact boys more than it does to girls. So, for example, let's say that one of your root causes in your preliminary list is that students don't enroll in AP classes, and that's something that you think is getting in the way of achievement on the AP test, that kids don't enroll. So now you're going to be asking yourself, well, which kids in it is this? Is it kids across the board that don't enroll? And as you dig into those reports, what I think you'll find based on all the work we've done with AP and different projects over the years, so I think you'll find that your free and reduced lunch kids are not enrolling at a rate that is comparable to their peers. So now you need to think about, is this a root cause then for all kids, or is it really just a root cause for our free and reduced lunch kids? If it's just free and reduced lunch, then you may want to change the root cause wording so it's that you're concerned that free and reduced lunch kids don't sign up for AP classes. Another possibility is to have two root causes. You might have one root cause that says that you're concerned that all kids don't sign up for AP, and then a second one that says you're especially concerned because your free and reduced lunch kids don't sign up. So again, the message that I'm trying to say is before you finalize your root cause list, we want you to drill down into the drill down reports and to see, is there a root cause gap? Does a root cause impact some group of kids more than other groups of kids? So, okay, so that's the drill down reports. And again, we've given that information to your council so that if they want to, and it's an optional set of data that they can drill into those reports, the drill down reports, but we're not requiring it of your council. We didn't want to overload your council. We think there's a lot of good data in the SI2 root cause reports, and rather than totally overwhelm your council, we decided to just require that they focus on the SI2 reports, but then as an option they can look at your drill down reports. Okay, then finally, we'd also like you, before you finalize your lists, to look at the self-studies. The self-studies are really telling you how you're doing on meeting what other people think may be root causes in your school. For example, in PL 221, the Indiana legislature decided that attendance was a root cause in every school. And of course, we know that that may not be true. There may be schools that have wonderful attendance, but we know that the General Assembly wanted all schools to look at that. So we have Appeal 221 report. There's another report that